The other day, I was speaking with a mother. She's a mother who lives in LA, and she's a very successful lawyer. And she's also the mother of a large family. She has 7 children. So I was sort of talking with her. I was curious to know how it's possible to to balance her life like as like a mother of a big family and also like has this very intense career. So she was sort of telling me about her life, and so I said, so what time do you leave for work in the morning? And she said, well, I leave for work in the morning at 7 in the morning. She explained that she has like a live-in cleaning lady from Mexico, and so basically she leaves, and then the cleaning lady gets her kids off to school, and she also has very young children in addition to like older ones. So basically she gets like the young children off to nursery school or whatever, and then I said, well, I asked the mother, like, when do you come home? She said, well, usually I get home at 7. So I was like, well, who picks up the kids? And she said, oh, the cleaning lady. The cleaning lady, picks up the kids from school, brings them home, feeds them, puts the young kids to bed. And it's sort of a sad story because, the mother, she only really sees her kids. She only really sees her kids on Shabbat and on Sunday, or I guess the older kids late in the evening. And the cleaning lady is also, strangely enough, a mother of 7 children in Mexico. So she doesn't see her own children while she's basically raising the children of this woman who doesn't see her own children as well, which sort of compounds like the sort of the sadness of the situation. Um, but the mother, she said to me, she said, I realized, she said, I'm not a person who, she said, I'm not good at like domestic things, and I'm not like a good, she said, I'm terrible cleaning, and I'm terrible at organizing, and I just realized like I'm just not a mother who can like sit around the house all day like cooking and cleaning and doing that kind of thing. And also like on the other hand, like she doesn't really enjoy her job so much. She doesn't really enjoy being a lawyer so much, whatever. Um, so, so, so it just seemed like a sad story, an overall sad story. But especially what I thought was the saddest thing about the story was that that like if she was in the house, like what a mother in the house does is cleans. Like the only value, the only reason why a mother would want to be in her house for more than I don't know, for more than basically 3 hours in the evening before she goes to sleep and Shabbat and Sunday is because the mother needs to cook and clean and do the domestic things. So I think that's really sad. I think it's sad that that this woman and I guess like maybe other people that we don't appreciate like what a mother does. That a mother just by being in her house, a mother just by having the atmosphere of having a mother and a Jewish mother raising Jewish children, and a mother being there for her children, just being there, even if she's not cooking, and even if she's not cleaning, and even if she's just there, like what it is just to have a mother there. Okay, the other day, then my husband was having a conversation with my 5-year-old son Yoel's Rebbe from Cheder. So sort of an interesting story because my son goes to like a Litvish, kind of standard Litvish cheder, and it turned out we realized like a few weeks into the year that his Rebbe is actually Hasidic. His Rebbe, both of his Rebbes, in fact, both of them are Slonemer Hasidim. So it's sort of funny for us because my husband's very, very, very connected to Slonim. He davens there. On Friday nights for many years. And in fact, the Slonim Rebbe was my baby's son back, like held him at the bris. So we have a strong Slonim connection. So it was funny to realize that my son's Rebbes in his Litvish Cheder are actually Slonim or Hasidim. So my husband was talking with Rebbe of Remi, with Yoel's teacher, and asking him why he's a Rebbe in a Litvish Cheder. So Rabbi Rami smiled and said, well, you don't know, maybe I guess you're not aware, that Slonemer Hasidim are the Rebbes of a large percentage of the Cheders, of Litvish, of all sorts of Cheders in Jerusalem and in Israel. Why? So he explained, because our Rebbe, the Slonemer Rebbe, really, really, really encourages his Hasidim to become Rebbes in Cheders, because he believes in what He believes in the importance of educating young children and teaching them about Torah and teaching them about Hashem. So Rabbi Avremi told my husband that a few months ago the Rebbe had a conference he had like a big meeting for all of the Slonim Chassidim who are working in Rebbes in various cheters around the country. And he spoke with them, and he spoke with them about how important it is what they're doing, how they are shaping the young boys, the next generation, and shaping them to love Torah and to love Hashem and to and to keep halacha and to be religious Jews and to be proud Jews. And so Rabbi Avremi told my husband, he said, after that conference, he said, I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit my job. So my husband's like, what? I don't understand. Like, why, after all this, why would you want to quit your job? He said, because he said, and all of us felt like, how can we possibly be Cheder Rebbes? Like, this is so huge. This is so incredible. Like, the Rebbe himself should be the Rebbe, not the Cheder, not us. Like, how am I possibly going to do this incredible thing of raising children who love Torah and love Hashem? How can I possibly, be up to this the loftiest of tasks, raising and educating these young children? So I found this so inspiring, and I felt like just think about it. Okay, if the Rebbe is talking to these Rebbes, and telling them like what an incredibly important thing they're doing, by spending a few hours today, like from 8 in the morning until like 1:30 in the afternoon, working with these little boys. Just think about what you're doing. Jewish mom. And aside, like, whether you're working, not working, stay-home mom, full-time working, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a mother who's in her house, raising her kids, being there with her kids, investing in that, developing a relationship with her kids, getting ready for Shabbat and the Chagim, including for Pesach, and setting up a Jewish atmosphere in her house. Just thinking, and not only for 1 year, like a Cheder Rebbe does, but for many, many years, for an ongoing thing, shaping your children and raising them to be good Jews and religious Jews and Jews who love Torah and love Hashem and are so excited about this holy life that we're living. Sorry. So I want to bless us Jewish moms, bless all of us, that we shouldn't forget that. We shouldn't forget what we're doing, like the incredible thing that we're doing just by raising Jewish children, and just by being there. Even if you don't do anything, you didn't read them a book, and you didn't take them anywhere, and you didn't clean up, and you didn't cook something fancy, you didn't do anything. Just by being there, being a Jewish mom for your kids. I want to bless all of you moms with an amazing, amazing week.